Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for stopping by the channel for another episode today. This is going to be a video on my second and final collecting focus for the year 2024. I have two major focuses, although I will certainly be sidetracked as I always am. The first of them is going to be better expanding the Negro League player representation in my collection. And the second focus, I've done a couple videos on that first one already. The second focus is more broad, and it's just going to be focusing on post-playing career cards. And it's something that I've done really in all the time I've been back in the hobby. I love cards of greats, produced after their playing days. I understand the allure of playing era as well, and I have plenty of vintage cardboard on that front and modern cards of active players. But I do love the post-playing era card, and I think it's something that, at least with certain vintage collectors I've run into over my collecting lifetime, there's a little bit of a stigma like, oh, that card's not playing era, like it's second class or something like that. I don't think that's too common, or at least I hope not, but I have run into that before. And so I'm going to make it my mission in the coming year to just show a ton of and pick up a ton of post-playing era cards and really just help illustrate why they're so awesome here on the channel. And as it so happens, my good buddy Dan over at Old Sarge Collects here on YouTube, he has a video response going on for his 200 subscriber milestone, where he wants to see exactly that. He wants to see some after their playing era cards. And I have a few here, and then we're going to get to a really cool concept that I'm going to do for the VR here and beyond. But these are some that I've shown in recent videos. These were just laying around handily because they've been featured here on the channel in the recent past. Stadium Club is a gold mine for these types of cards. There's a Jackie Robinson and a Hank Aaron, just beautiful, beautiful cards. And while I love playing era cards of these guys, and I have plenty of both, you don't get images like this on a playing era card. You're missing out if you stick to playing era only. These are two fantastic photos that I'm happy to have in my collection. And then here's some that I've shown in the past, although it's been a while. Some of my favorite parallels ever from 2011, the Platinum Diamond Anniversary Parallels, featuring retired legends of yesteryear, Hall of Famers. There's also the Cognac version of these, which I've completed the entire run of 70 some odd retired legends SPs in Cognac format. I've done a video on that before, and I'll probably dust that binder off at some point later this year. And here's one that Dan sent me himself in a holiday package that he sent my way, this beautiful Ted Williams from Topps Pristine. Look at that beautiful blue and red team color match, just awesome. And then this one I showed, this is one I showed, I think, jokingly, that Leo got me for Christmas, but picked up this beautiful Sam Rice Select Tie-Dye. This is a 2023 card here of a really fascinating guy. I have a lot more coming on him in a future episode, just waiting on another card or two to come in to get that filmed. But yeah, beautiful card out of Panini Select. And then lastly, on the I've shown it recently front, this kind of blends nicely with my other collecting focus for the year. They're not mutually exclusive. The reality with the Negro Leagues players is that there weren't a lot of cards created during their playing careers, certainly not a lot of affordable ones. The few that are out there are very rare and very expensive beyond my card budget to acquire. So the majority of my Negro League pickups, like this great Josh Gibson here, are also going to be post-playing era cards. So, nothing wrong with that. I love this card, and I'll put that one up in the background. Now, as I've been gabbing away, you've undoubtedly noticed that we have a new Cheesebox here. This is the Kraft White American Pasteurized Processed Cheese. That same good stuff that those in my generation had as a kid, came wrapped individually in little plastic sheets. This is a Kraft Cheesebox, my third and final Cheesebox. I've never shown this one on the channel, but the idea that I came up with for this year, and this VR is the perfect time to unveil it. This entire cheese box is full of pickups that I've yet to process and show, same as the other cheese boxes, with the caveat that these are all post-playing era cards. Every card in this box is a post-playing career pickup, and I'm going to do a rummage here dedicated to Dan, and then there's going to be a whole series of these throughout the year. I'll do at least one a month, or maybe a couple a month, where we just do cheese box rummages featuring nothing but post-career cards. And I'm gonna go, I guess, towards the left part of the box here. And we start off with a nice one here. This is from Topps Chrome Gilded collection from 2023. You'll recognize that 2023 Topps flagship design. This is the great Lou Gehrig, the Iron Horse. This is the base card, numbered out of 99. You can see here, copy 30 of 99. And it's very fitting that I would pull this because this set, as I said, is a gold mine for post-playing era cardboard. Really great, significant, beautiful looking, serial numbered in this case, which I think gets me bonus points for Dan's VR that he's doing. But these are just great cards, and I've shown a lot of Gilded on the channel over the last, say, year and a half. And I'll spoil the surprise. You know, there's plenty of other, or at least a handful of other Gilded cards in here waiting to be plucked as well. But for today, it's Lou Gehrig. I mean, that is a gorgeous card. And again, like an image that if you stick to his playing era cards, which don't get me wrong, I would love a playing era Lou Gehrig someday. You know, that would be fantastic. But in the meantime, this is, you know, a fraction of a percent of, you know, what a card like that would cost me. And I love this card. It's great seeing him on the 2023 flagship Topps design, the same design that you can get, you know, your favorite player on from your favorite team. And we can also have Lou Gehrig there with the Yankees. So first card out of the post-playing era Cheesebox is a Gilded. And how about 2 in a row? I guess I'm not too surprised because, like I said, there's probably a half dozen of these in here or more in this box. But Satchel Paige, this is the original card that got me into Topps Chrome Gilded collection when I learned about this card, numbered to 50. And I've shown it on the channel before, but this is a dupe. I picked up another copy of this, and I'm not afraid to buy doubles. I used to really not do that, but if I'm a big believer in a card these days, I will certainly pick up a second copy. And I did exactly that with this Satchel Paige. It's the first year of Gilded, which looks pretty successful and like it's going to be hopefully around for a while. And the first year is always the most desirable. I love this image with him in the Browns uniform. And this is the numbered out of 50, the mini diamond parallel, which is my personal favorite. Do I need 2 of these? No, but you know what? One of them might make its way into my Negro League or, you know, dedicated binder because he is a bridge player, obviously, who enjoyed the bulk of his career playing in the Negro Leagues. And so maybe one of those I'll just keep in a one-touch magnetic and the other one will go in that Z folio. There's no harm in having 2. Maybe I'll send one off for grading or, you know, it'll serve as trade bait in a trade down the road. But just really pumped to have that in 2 stellar Gilded cards right out of the gate here. Let's move to the right portion of the box. 3 Gilded cards in a row. It is Raleigh Fingers. Picked this one up for 3 reasons, really. It's the mini diamond out of 50, which is my favorite. I just love Gilded, you know, is the second reason. And these retired players, Hall of Famers, especially being the first year in Gilded. And then the final reason is that mustache. Like, he just has one of the best mustaches in baseball history. And this card was dirt cheap. Like, I got this for around, I think, a little under $10. And I know he's not highly collected. He's a pitcher, doesn't get a lot of love. I get all that. But, you know, $10 for that card of Raleigh all day long. Just another post-playing era example of greatness. Hopefully we pull something here that's not Gilded. Here we go. Okay. It's a very appropriate card. Check out this beauty. We saw him during the intro on this select tie-dye card, numbered out of 25. This one here is even tougher. This is from Panini Prism, the Sam Rice card that I've talked about somewhat extensively now. I showed my Z folio full of different versions of this card earlier, but it's fitting that I pulled this as well because Prism, Panini Prism, especially this past year's set, 2023, is like a gold mine for these post-playing era cards. Love that this is a dead ball era great of the game on 2023 Prism release. And this black and gold, I forget what the name of the parallel is exactly. Black gold, I think it might be fittingly, but these are numbered to just 5 copies. So how about a Sam Rice 5 out of 5? And come to think of it, actually, all 4 cards that we've pulled out of the Cheesebox here, the post-playing era Cheesebox, are all serial numbered. But look at that. Just gorgeous. I'm trying to get as many different copies or versions of this, you know, Sam Rice as I can find. And outside of the 2 one-of-ones, there's a black finite and then the famous gold vinyl one-of-one. I don't believe either of those has surfaced, but after those one-of-ones, this is the toughest parallel at 5 copies. So feels really nice to have this one in hand early on in the year, and that's a great card here to display next to these others. So we'll put Sam Rice up as well. So yeah, I mean, you're really getting a sense here, just a few cards in and just a couple of sets touched on how amazing some of these cards can be. And I enjoy these every bit as much as the Playing Era cards. I'm not just saying that because they're cheaper. That's my honest opinion. I just really, really dig the modern cards of the retired greats. And it's a side benefit that they are, in most cases, much more affordable than the actual vintage cards of these players. And again, I'm not discounting those vintage cards at all. I love them, but there is something cool about getting these post-Playing Era cards. I'm trying to find one here that's not Topps Chrome Gilded. Here's a cool one. Panini Mosaic. In 2023, they included Shoeless Joe Jackson on the checklist. How wild is that? Look at this etching through like the folds in his pants and his sleeve up here. Awesome Panini etching. This is the blue ice parallel of the Shoeless Joe card. And I mean, for me, you know, this is a case where like being able to afford a Playing Era Shoeless Joe Jackson card would be like a dream of mine, but I mean, I don't really see myself ever spending the amount of money on a single card that those go for. I mean, sure, I'd love a Crackerjack Shoeless Joe. That would be a dream card for me, but it's probably, or easily 5 figures all day long in any condition. But this card, produced in 2023, is gorgeous. I love the blue ice. It's got that refractor or atomic type technology to it. And look at that great shot of Jackson staring off into the distance. And these are pretty tough as well, numbered to just 25. I have copy 15 of 25. And I got this card, I won this at auction for like $12, if you can believe that, maybe a month or two back. Like, I'm not sure I can have more fun in the hobby for 12 bucks than this card right here. Just awesome shine. I mean, not all the cards in this box have to be shiny. I'm sure a good majority of them are, and it certainly seems like all of the ones we're pulling here have great shine to them. But great Shoeless Joe there, and we still have a little bit of time, so let's see if I can pull something else here for Dan. Here's one. This one's on the cheaper side, but I love it. This is an insert from Topps flagship. I think it's called Aces, you know, predictably. But how about this Nolan Ryan? Look at that rainbow foil. This was like $1.50 shipped to my door or something like that. You know, you can really, really have a lot of fun in this corner of the hobby, this post-Playing Era corner of the hobby for limited cash spent. You know, you can be very, very frugal and really enjoy this this post-Playing Era element. So great Nolan Ryan there. He's somebody who I'm always looking for, whether it's active Playing Era or post. And I do have a Playing Era run of Topps Nolan Ryan, all graded complete. So I love that as well. And it's another situation where post-Playing Era is advantageous. Maybe you have a player you like and you've collected all his vintage cards, his normal Topps cards. And I've done that with Nolan Ryan, and I'd like to continue to collect Nolan Ryan. So post-Playing Era gives me an opportunity to do that and to do it without spending a lot of money and just have a lot of fun with it. So there's the Aces Nolan Ryan. And let's do at least one more card here for Dan. And we're going to finish with a hockey card. Check this one out. Wayne Gretzky Upper Deck Exclusives. This is a checklist card. You can plainly see on the bottom, but I love these. They're numbered, serial number to 100, Upper Deck Exclusives, including the checklist card. Every card in the set gets it. And that's a great shot of Wayne in that alternate Statue of Liberty uniform there that you don't see too often. And any Gretzky numbered to 100 is, you know, not super easy. So very, very thankful to have this. This is the era when they were doing rainbow foil on the front of the card as well. So pretty cool to see that. Great rainbow foil. So yeah, exclusives, Wayne Gretzky checklist. And I'll tell you what, Dan is really not a hockey guy, so we're going to try to pull one more baseball card from the box, and then we'll call it quits. Let me get the protective tape off this one, but this is a fitting end because it's an overlap with my other collection, which is Negro League representation. Check out this Satchel Paige from Upper Deck Baseball Heroes. 1965 when he pitched in his final MLB game aged 59. How awesome is that? And this is serial numbered as well, 575, so not really tough or anything, but I've done a lot of episodes where I've touched on these baseball heroes cards, both the original ones from the early 90s, and then the set that came out around this time, 2005. There are great autographs in it. I love this baseball heroes motif, and when I learned of this Satchel Paige being out there recently, I had to kind of vacuum this up. There's, I think, 4 or 5, I think he has a 5-card total subset. I think each player on this checklist gets 5 total cards. Be like 1 illustrated card and then 4 that look like these that highlight different achievements. But also love guys that stick around in the game for forever until an advanced age, and that's certainly the case with Satchel, having pitched at age 59 in a Major League Baseball game. So that's going to be the final card out of the brand new Craft Post-Playing Era Cheesebox, and the end of my video response to my pal Dan, and also the wrap up on my second collecting focus for 2024. So as much as I can manage to stay focused, it's going to be about these non-playing era cards, and that includes, you know, Major League players like the ones we see here, and also Negro League guys or former Negro League guys, you know, when they transition over to Major League Baseball. So those are my focuses. That's my VR for Dan. I'm really excited to unveil this new Cheesebox, and it's going to be a lot of fun rummaging through this. So I hope you'll tune in for some of those in the coming year. There's many more cards in here than what we saw today, and a lot more sets beyond just, you know, Gilded Collection and Prism. So you'll see some pretty cool cards as the year unwinds. Thank you for your time. Hope you're enjoying the hobby, and I'll be back soon. Take care.